Hey, BIS 301. I am in this weird place called ASU right now. Haven't been here in a while, I guess. So I'm glad to be broadcasting live by the MU, Starbucks. Okay, so I want to give you a general feedback on the maps because this will carry through maps 1, 2, and 3, wherever you're at on these. So let's take a look. All right, overall, good job, you guys. The instructions on this are probably a little convoluted, what have you, but okay. So first of all, I want you to contact me if you want some more personalized feedback, okay? I, I use the rubric. You should know how to find the rubric, and it should give you some general ideas of where you might have came up short or did really well. Also, in this video, I'll be telling you some places where people, many fall short on or do well on. Okay, so go with that. Or but actually, you can get a hold of me. Okay, and if you want to push back on your score, hey, push back. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to push right back. No, it's fine. Let's discuss it if you want. I mean, I'm actually a human being, and I might screw up. I'm grading a lot of these, and I might look at it again and go, huh, why did I do that? Or I might say, oh, I know why I did that. So just let me know. All right. Okay. So if you're viewing these videos, great, and you are because you're viewing it. Whatever. Okay. So, all right. One thing I want to start with: these are not reflective papers. They're not introspective, reflective. They're not like the intellectual autobiography. They're not like the introductionary things. Okay. So we got to kind of shift thinking on that. And it's not about. In fact, I should have mentioned this sooner because I'm not dinging anybody, but you should not even be featuring yourself in these papers. In an academic paper, you don't make an appearance. Okay, it's a way to write. Like we write different ways for text messages, emails, and academic papers, and you don't really use yourself. You don't come in. So if you're finding yourself saying, "I chose this concentration because of this. I'm taking this. I like this, in my opinion," all that stuff, you shouldn't have that in there, okay? Because this isn't about you. This isn't about me. This is about your field and what the field is saying, the experts in the field, okay? If you look at a research paper or a dissertation or at a textbook or something, you're rarely going to see, I should say, someone write the author make an appearance. Think of the textbooks you've read throughout your school years. You never remember the author saying, "Hey, and back in 1492 or whatever." I mean, he's like, my opinion. No, these aren't opinion pieces, right? Like textbooks and research papers. So think about that as you're writing and you're stepping up your game in terms of an academic style. Okay, that's important. Now, again, you really should use a source for the definition. I mean, sources should be backing up basically everything you say. It doesn't have to be one for one, word for word, but if you've got a subfield, back that up. Another subfield, back that up. Definition, back that up. Okay. Um, your sources should not be encyclopedias of any kind. They shouldn't be dictionaries of any kind. They should not be ASU's website, unless it's going through a library, of course. It should not be, obviously, Wikipedia, dictionary. Okay, it shouldn't be, and I lost my train of thought, besides ASU. Um, it should not, I'll think of it. Okay. But your sources have to be rigorous. The textbook. Don't use the textbook. Okay, this is interdisciplinary studies. Your concentration is not interdisciplinary studies. Get away from the textbook. In fact, for anything in this whole course, using your textbook, some people are still using the textbook to cite your discussion board. Please stop. Just stop. I beg of you. Okay, don't use the textbook to cite. Okay, it's a given. ASU's website. It's a given. Okay, all right. So let's get away from that kind of stuff. No Investopedia. Okay, if it ends in pedia, okay, if it's not it's not an academic source. Okay, even if it ends in .com, you better check it out. You might want to run it by me. Okay. By the way, this is not going to be a 6-minute video. So let's jump off and do an Easter egg right here. Okay, so let's say scholarly sources. Scholarly sources. Easter egg one. Okay, now also in your writing, just a little tip. You don't have to tell the reader what you're going to do. I mean, I know there's different ways to write where you're kind of introducing a topic, a subject, and telling the reader what you're going to be covering and everything. This isn't one of them, okay? So don't write, I will be discussing, I will be doing this. Just do it, okay? You don't have to, that's just not fooling me into extra length, and it's not doing anything to advance the paper. So just like Nike says, just do it, okay? All right. Now the scoring that I do on the rubric, yeah, I try to be precise in terms of the different categories, but I'd like you to know that sometimes I'll look at it and say, I mean, I know what the percentages are, even though this isn't a percentage class, and I'll kind of change things a little bit sometimes to make it. I usually typically round up, okay? Let's see. So yeah, your opinions keep it's not in this kind of paper, okay? You're reviewing. Many people come to me and say, how much is to write about communication in business when I haven't taken any communication in business classes or psychology or family human development? And I'm saying, well, that's precisely why you're writing this paper, is because you're introducing yourself to these concepts and theories. You're not regurgitating what you already know. You're going out there and learning that. You're pulling that in, okay? The library is right behind me here, okay? You can use ASU Library Online, or if you're on campus, yeah, step foot in that place, okay? So you're actually exploring your concentrations. You're not, this isn't like a test paper to tell me what you know. This is to show me, go out there and find it, show yourself, and use sources to back that up so you know that they're experts in your field, okay? Um, all right, and let's see. So, hey, you feel free to bold, capitalize, italicize where you have a subfield or something. It's easier for me to spot those things. Okay, if you bury other things in with lowercase, you're not capitalizing. It's just very hard to discern whether or not you understand what that word is meaning in that paper. Okay, so if it's important and you want to bold it, bold it. Okay, italicize it. That really helps me to identify. Now, some of you copied and pasted the exact prompts from the instructions. I really don't have a problem with that, selfishly speaking, because I can just zip through it and see the different responses to that. I don't have a problem either way. I don't want just to, I mean, some people just copy and paste every bit of the instructions, please, and the rubric. I mean, just stop. I know that. Just write your sections out. All right. Now, formatting. Okay. All right. Formatting. I'm going to ding you on it. Okay. Because it really is important to step up your game in this area, and it's not that difficult. You Times New Roman 12-point font. Make sure, because some people send me papers and then they got two different fonts going. The bottom font is something, they did it separately, whatever. Double line space, entire paper, including the references, double line space, okay? Um, all right, so your paper should not have big breaks between paragraphs. It should have paragraph indents, by the way. If you don't indent a single line, that means your whole paper is one paragraph. And I'm going to ding you for that, okay? So indent your paragraphs. There's only big gaps between sections. Let the paper look good. Make it easy to read. And use your citations properly, okay? I still see some people are putting, they'll say, John Smith said, quote, it was a hot day in Phoenix, unquote, close quotes, but they'll have the citation within the quotes in text. Don't do that. Or they'll close quotes, period. Then they'll put the citation, and then another period or not another period. Okay, that's just too jumbled up, right? It's clear. You make your quotation. At the end of your quotation, you put your citation in parentheses, then you put the period or the punctuation, okay? Um, you don't start sentences with citations, all right? Uh, okay, so make sure your bibliography is at the end of your first section. First of all, these are two separate papers. You know what I'm saying? That it's one paper with two separate sections. Okay, separate sections. So this is your first concentration. You're going to write what you need to write. Then at the end of it, you're going to skip to the next open page, and then you're going to do your bibliography. Okay, for your first one. Then you're going to skip to the next page and start your second concentration. Then you go down. You're going to finish that. And you're going to skip to the next open page and make your next bibliography. So I know which sources are for which concentration. Do not integrate them. Okay, I know that goes cardinal sin of what I'm saying, but I'm not integrating these papers right now. All right, so let's do a second Easter egg here because I'm starting to be on the ball here. So let's say Second one is just format. Okay, format. I want you to have that, you know, in your mind about how you're doing that because it's an easy. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's an easy place to get dinged, but it's an easy place to get superior on because I'm not asking for a lot on that. If you have problems, let me know. Okay, your bibliography then has to be in hanging paragraphs. If you don't know what a hanging paragraph is, either look it up or send me an email. Okay, it's not a normal paragraph. It's a hanging paragraph, okay, in double line spaced, all right? There's no spaces between the references either. It's all hanging paragraphs, okay? It's alphabetized, okay, and it's done in APA format unless you've told me differently, okay? Now, to go onto our site, you can go to the left side of the menu, Purdue OWL APA format. Click on that, okay? I'm doing it, trust me, all right? I'm gonna tell you what you see when you click on it. Hey, you can use this to follow along with me and click on it when you get a chance, all right? Okay, so Purdue OWL, they changed their site finally. It doesn't look like it's from 1994 anymore. All right, so on the left side, you're going to see APA style highlighted. We'll kind of skip down to, you don't even have to skip down to in-text citations, the basics, okay? You don't need general format because I don't want a title page. I don't want cover page. I don't want abstract. I just want you to do in-text citations, the basics correctly. You can. The next one is in-text citations, author, authors. Look at that one. You don't have to worry about footnotes and endnotes. The reference list, basic rules. The reference list, author, authors. Then if you want to get into articles and periodicals, books, other print sources, electronic sources, find the one that fits you. There's examples for all that. Don't have to overdo it. Look at types of APA papers, additional resources, don't look at stylistics. Just trying to do this for the format, okay? So don't overthink it here. Don't get overwhelmed. It's just like I said, skip down. You don't have to look at general form. You don't have to just look at in-text citations, like I said, and et cetera, et cetera, right? Okay, so let's see where we're at now. 12 minutes, okay. You guys are earning your pay. Oh, that's right, you don't get paid. Okay, so, all right. I am going to, whatever you do on your maps one, a lot of you are going to be irritated probably, and I don't blame you, and that's fine. Um, but you can either get personalized feedback from me, let me know, either do it over the phone or email. Um, but if you do, or even if you don't, if you want to resubmit it, you can, okay? So, because some of you might say, "Oh, damn it, that was dumb. I shouldn't have did that." You know, well, yeah, it is. Shouldn't have. But if you want to redo it, you can. Okay. I will not. I will go. I will base it off the day you turned it in. So if you turn the first one in late, the second one's considered late. If you turn the first one in on time, I'll consider it on time. I'll give you that opportunity to, get your score jacked up a little bit. Okay. I will also, like I said, I will also let you challenge your score, of course. And by that, I'm sure you'll do that professionally, ask me for feedback and see if I can justify, what you got on that. Remember, there was 90 points here. So if you got a, 75, it's not like a 75 off 100 points, it's 75 off of 90 points. So, that's really B level work. And I know a lot of you are perfectionists, and that's great. So that's fine. Let me know. All right. So overall, I think I might be forgetting something, but if I am, who knows? Uh, excuse me. Pardon me. I may do another video because I want to previewing my. Well, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it right now. You're only in this 14 minutes deep in this thing, right? So let's look at module 6, right? 6 starts tomorrow. Hey, we're coming down the finish line, aren't we? Okay, module 6 starts tomorrow. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. If you're late for a paper, don't think of it as being like late and being punished. Think of it as you're buying an extension, right? Okay, so these 90-point papers, if you're not turning in on time, you just bought a 90. I mean, I had a rental car for a week. I needed it over the weekend. I didn't say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. I just paid for the extension, right? So that's all you're doing is paying for an extension. All right, so, okay. So module 6, straightforward, going right down to maps. Oh, that's maps 3 already. Yikes. I didn't get a chance to talk about maps 2 today. Okay. Well, maps 2 and 3, it's just same type of format, different criteria, all of it fairly self-explanatory, whether it's concepts and theories, okay, whether it's academic journals or professional and academic associations, research questions, techniques, methods, and the integration of both your areas. So that can be challenging. Let me know if you have any questions on these. But for the academic journals, I just want to point out that you don't want to give me Harvard Press. That's not an academic journal. That's a publisher. Okay. I don't want publishers. I want the journal. There's a lot of good academic publishers. You can look up Harvard Press and see what they all publish. You can look up so many different ways of finding that. Okay. So I'd like you to be cautious on what is an academic journal. Okay. All right. So other than that, the Professional Academic Association, you should find those. Try to keep it on the up and up. Professional academic associations, like there is a association of interdisciplinary studies, and I'm in that. That's a academic association. And then I guess there's Chamber of Commerce and stuff for business and things like that. So, all right, and the integration of two areas. I'd like to get a good couple paragraphs on that if you could. Some people, by the way, cut your paragraphs up, please, please, please. I don't like reading these long, long, long paragraphs. Um, Break it up, right? And you do a couple paragraphs on integration of your two areas. You think about what they have in common, okay? Like it says here, theories or concepts that overlap. Is there any subfields related? Is there any language or concepts or terms that both use? And if they both use them, are they the same meaning, okay? So you could go into like I said, architecture and talk about um, architectural shape, and it could be the same thing in math, but it's two different concepts, okay? How they use it. So just because it's the same word, whether it's vestibule, I don't know, or trapezoid or octagon. Let's say octagon, okay? Octagon in math is a particular concept, and octagon in MMA fighting or whatever. I think I don't follow that stuff. It's like the cage, right? So they're the same word, different meanings. All right. So let's wrap this thing up here at 17. You guys have earned it. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm telling you, try not to spin your wheels, okay? Let me know. I'm going to be out of here. My next video will come from another exotic land. That's not Phoenix. So we'll see where that is, okay? So, all right, you guys, forks up. I'm going to the Sun Devils game against Oregon State, and that should be fun. Let me see. I'm going to give you a third Easter egg. Let's just do ASU. Okay, that's your third one. How easy is that? All right, you guys, take care. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the weather. See you.